Now live, this is Jack from Teaching ESL Online. I help English teachers or teachers of any subject really move online with their teaching. And I do this by my blog and also my course. So today I'm going to talk about using Periscope to teach English online. Something I just need to say straight away is that I'm pretty new to Periscope. I've only been using it for a few days, but I wanted to really share my experiences and talk about how I'm going to use it as an online teacher, especially focusing on English as a second language and talking about how we can use it in that way. Now, if you're watching the recording, then you'll notice certain things happening. And underneath the recording on YouTube, I'm going to talk about, what these are and have some more information about this for you. So some people are just joining. Hello everybody who is coming, we're live. And I'm talking about using Periscope to teach English online. As I said, I've only been using Periscope for a few days now, so I'm very new to this. I've been experimenting a lot, and I have two channels. I have this one, which is where I'm going to talk about marketing, teaching English online and different things that are related to having an online business. And I also have an account for English learners. And I might just use one in the future and combine the two, but I do like to keep certain things separate. It does help with things. So I made a little presentation, very raw and put together. And I've just done this through Google Documents or Google Slides. Using Periscope to teach English online, little asterisk here saying, or anything. Now this is one thing I want to talk about first is live video. Because it seems like live video is going to really take over and be important for online marketers or anyone who has an online presence. And you can see this because Facebook mentions is doing a big push at the moment where as of August 16th, I think that's today's date, they only allow those with verified profiles, public figures, to be able to do the live Facebook video. But they're obviously going to roll this out to brands as well. So Facebook are invested in live video. Twitter are as well through Periscope. Meerkat is another platform that is popular too. And also I've heard recently that YouTube is invested in this too. Now they have something called Google Hangouts on Air, where you can broadcast live in a webinar style using YouTube. But I feel what they're going to do is change this up slightly so that you can have an application on your phone. And I think I read something about Samsung phones are going to have an application for YouTube Live or whatever they're going to call it, where you can broadcast live on your phone through using an app on YouTube. So once Facebook and YouTube enter this, it's going to be really interesting to see what platforms people use. And I imagine they'll use a variety of different platforms. Just like you put video on Facebook, you put video on YouTube and elsewhere too. You post things on different platforms. I think it's going to be the same for live video as well. So live video is definitely something that's going to play more of a role moving forward. Now, what I find, talking about specifically is this interaction. Now, this channel is very, very new. I don't have a lot of followers right now. My one for English learners is growing every day, and I'm starting to see a lot of interaction on there. And to talk specifically about teaching English online or a foreign language, that interaction is so key. And it's for any brand, any person who is trying to get their ideas across and has something to sell online. That interaction is a way for you to really engage with your audience, for them to like you, trust you, believe in what you say and to learn more from you. So the interaction element is fantastic on Periscope. For those here live, could you just let me know where you're from? Type in the comment, let me know where you're from. And if you're an online teacher, let me know if you're an online teacher. And hopefully I have enough people here that someone will comment on there. But once you grow your Periscope following, what I see is the interaction becoming a huge part of this. And it's a great way for you to do questions and answers. Next little slide I have is this, feedback. So it's a great way, Periscope, I feel it's going to be used a lot to get feedback from those in your audience, to get feedback on certain things. Lucas from Brazil, thank you for joining. Great to have you here. Those just joining live, we're talking about how I see Periscope being used by online teachers moving forward and live video in general. So you can get feedback from people through the comment section, ask some questions about anything really. Getting feedback is a great way to get a closer bond with your audience. Michael from Poland, thank you for joining. Next thing I want to talk about is lessons. Giving lessons, live lessons on Periscope or live video. And when you think about this, you are restricted by what you can do through your phone. Having a recorded lesson obviously means that you can do it on YouTube, you can edit the video, do lots of different things, have a proper setup, use a camera and a microphone. But with mobile video, you're restricted. But this makes it real, and it brings this element of rawness as well to it. Where you leave everything there, where you can't go back and edit, where people are watching live and you're aware of this. So it definitely changes the dynamic of the lesson. And I think because of that, hopefully, we can show real conversations. So English learners or learners of any language want to hear real conversations. They want to be able to see this. And I'm definitely going to use Periscope for that. I wanted to create, I've wanted to create this podcast for a long time where my wife and I sit down together and we talk about American versus British culture. And having these real conversations is a way for us to help grow our brand, and also, English learners are going to get so much out of it. But it's very polished and we want to get it right. But Periscope or any live video is a great way to start this process, to show live conversations. You can be out anywhere and you're showing these conversations live. So it's such an exciting platform to help showcase more of who you are as a person and a brand, but specifically for learners to show them actual real conversations. Now it is modified a little bit because the way you speak on camera, no matter if it's just a smartphone, is different than when you're just in the room together or if you're in a group of friends. But it does bring, this element of real conversations to English learners. The next thing I wanted to talk about was to grow your following, okay? So Periscope, it seems like it's a platform in its own right where you can spread your message and who you are to new people. So just like I'm doing now, people are watching this live. There are 6 people on the application, and there's usually around 30 people who watch it on the web. So a lot of these people are new. Those who are here live, let me know if you have followed me before. Do you know who I am? Have you read my blog before? Just a quick yes or no. So it seems to me, I know what I'm finding is that a lot of new people are coming on and finding me this way. It's not perfect in that sense because you can't put up links. There's no clickable links, but it is a way for you to build your brand and to find new people. And it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Next one I think is interesting is practice. What I've been doing recently, the last week or so, I've been given a mini lesson on something that I want to put up on YouTube or write about on my blog. And it's a way for you to really think out these ideas, to get them out in the open, and to go back to what we talked about before, to get feedback on them. It also has this element of being exclusive, because you give these lessons first on Periscope and people will see that you're live and want to log on. But it gives you this space and this platform to be able to speak about your ideas and anything that you have on your mind, you can get it out there, go through your ideas, and then formulate them more clearly later and put them onto your blog or put them onto YouTube or wherever they may be. So I think, you know, getting this practice is something I'm looking forward to. It's also a lot of fun. So I'm going to try to have as much fun as possible Periscope because it's so raw, because it's live on your phone in portrait mode. You can just have fun with it. You know, it's not as formal, as polished as a YouTube video. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and have as much fun as possible when I use Periscope. A couple of things I'm doing is using my pad, you know, just to write down ideas. People ask questions, I can, you know, go through it. And it's actually, funnily enough, it's getting me writing again. So I've started to write a lot more because of Periscope and just, you know, put ideas down on paper. Now, what's interesting as well, I think, for online teachers is it allows you to build up your audience in a way where you can really show who you are. So you can really show who you are as a person using Periscope, because again, just because of the feature of the platform and what the platform actually is, show behind the scenes, you can do so many things with it so that you can connect with your audience on a different level. Another thing that I've been thinking about with live video is it gives everyone an instant hit. When you're online and you're creating videos and you put them up on the web, you schedule these posts. You know, you actually wait until a time where you put these posts out there, and it takes time for people to give you feedback. But live video, it's just this instant thing where you can just turn on your camera and connect with your audience when you're feeling you're most inspired, or when you feel like you've got something that you want to share. So many ways that you can use this. What I want you to do is to leave a comment below this video. Those who are watching on YouTube, I'm going to put this up on YouTube. Leave a comment below this video and let me know excuse me, how you are going to use live video and where you see this going in the future.